Puffins are hiding urgent signals of distress behind their colorful beaks, and ignoring these signs could have dire consequences. Many of us think we understand animal behavior, especially with intelligent creatures like puffins, but we might be misreading their signals. Imagine stepping into a puffin's world and discovering that the signs of stress are right in front of us, yet we remain oblivious. When puffins puff up their feathers, we might think they're just being adorable, but what if that's actually a cry for help? Picture this: you're at the beach watching these lively birds dart around, believing they're carefree. Beneath that playful exterior, they could be overwhelmed, struggling against environmental pressures. This stark contrast between appearance and reality raises critical questions about how we interpret animal behavior. Misinterpreting these signals can have serious consequences. If researchers misread puffin stress signals, the ripple effects could jeopardize entire ecosystems and lead to misguided conservation efforts. The danger extends beyond puffins. If we can't decode their emotional intelligence, how can we grasp the complexities of other species we consider more complex? Next time you see a puffin, look beyond its vibrant feathers. What if you could uncover the layers of stress they might be concealing? Every creature has its own story, and a simple shift in perspective could reveal a world of emotional depth waiting to be understood. So let's not just observe, let's become stewards of understanding before it's too late. Can you imagine if a puffin's behavior could change everything we think we know about animal emotions? These charming little birds send signals that we often misinterpret, revealing their emotional intelligence in ways we might not fully grasp. Picture a puffin standing alone on a rocky ledge, its feathers ruffled and eyes darting around. While many might see it as quirky behavior, there's much more beneath the surface. As we admire their bright beaks and playful nature, we often overlook the signs of stress they display. Misunderstanding these signals could seriously impact their survival. For instance, imagine a puffin on a windy day. Many observers miss this change, perceiving only a bird trying to navigate the weather. But what if this subtle shift is actually a warning sign of deeper emotional distress? This misreading occurs more often than you might think, especially in wildlife studies. Researchers frequently focus solely on vocalizations or physical actions, neglecting the subtle signs of emotional distress. This oversight can lead to misguided interventions or ineffective conservation strategies. Now, let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever been in a situation where someone misread your mood? Perhaps a friend thought you were just tired while you were actually feeling overwhelmed. The same principle applies to puffins. Their behaviors aren't random but rather complex signals that reveal their emotional state. Consider how it feels when your emotions are misunderstood. Feelings like anxiety, frustration, and isolation aren't just human experiences. Puffins experience them too, yet we often fail to recognize these emotions. If we continue to overlook these stress signals, what's at stake? Puffin populations could face serious consequences, from heightened stress levels to potential extinction, because we didn't take the time to learn their language. So what can we do? First, we need to educate ourselves. Take a moment to observe these birds in their natural habitats. Notice the nuanced way they preen, their head movements, and the rhythm of their calls. Every detail contributes to the bigger picture of their emotional well-being, and that's where change begins. By fostering a deeper understanding, we can help protect them. As you reflect on this, think about your own life. How often do you take the time to truly understand the emotions around you, whether in animals or people? It's a powerful reminder that sometimes the most important signals are the ones we overlook. So next time you see a puffin, remember there's more to their story than meets the eye. Pay attention, and you might just uncover a new layer of connection. If you'd like to explore more about the emotions of our animal friends, stick around for our next video. Your awareness could make all the difference. Did you know that puffins might be trying to tell us something important that we often overlook? It sounds, but the reality is even more concerning than you might think. Imagine a world where we completely misunderstand the emotional intelligence of animals. Puffins, with their bright beaks and playful behaviors, seem harmless enough. Yet, beneath their cheerful exterior lies a rich emotional world that often goes unnoticed, even by scientists. Many people assume that studies on animal behavior are comprehensive, but researchers frequently miss subtle signals. Puffins exemplify this. Their interactions can reveal a lot about their emotional intelligence if we take the time to notice. Picture a puffin perched on a rocky ledge, looking carefree. But what if its body language is actually expressing distress or confusion? Misinterpreting these signs could lead us to the wrong conclusions about how they truly feel. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Scientists often focus on what's visible, like physical actions and sounds. But what about the subtle details, such as slight changes in posture or eye movements? These nuances could indicate complex emotional experiences that often go unrecognized. Consider a puffin alone, separated from its partner. You might think, oh, it's just taking a break. But could it actually be feeling lonely or anxious? Learning to read those signs could shape our conservation efforts. Now let's look at the bigger picture. If we misinterpret puffin behavior, every species expresses feelings in its own way. Ignoring these signals could have serious consequences, impacting everything from wildlife management. The challenges puffins face reflect our own misunderstandings. How often do we miss subtle emotional cues in our relationships? Just like researchers studying puffins, we might overlook important signs that indicate when something is genuinely wrong. So what can we do? Start by observing the world around you. Pay attention to subtle changes in behavior. We all have the ability to decode emotions, but we need to look deeper than what's on the surface. As we wrap up, think about this: the next time you see a puffin, remember it might be trying to communicate something significant.